back to my channel. So this is the prom makeup look that I created using drugstore inexpensive product. There are a few products that I'm using for the first time. Some of them I really loved how it worked, some of them no bueno, but as you see, it all came together because I keep telling y'all, it's not the products, it's the techniques. You can make any product work for you as long as the shade is right, you're good to go. So, and then there is one product in particular that's not a drugstore brand, but I paid drugstore money for it, and you'll see and understand how I ended up paying drugstore price for it, a more expensive product. Really loved how this look turned on. I feel like this look is saying, give me my crown, like just give me my crown. Like, I want prom queen, so where's my crown? As always, thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, click on that subscribe button. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a few seconds to hit that subscribe button below. Yeah, okay, you click that. All right, thank you so much. I hope you guys love this look as much as I love how it looks on me. Yeah, and as always, thank you so much, and until next time, stay beautiful. Mwah. I'm gonna do a talk through. Let's hope I don't over talk and this becomes a very long video, okay? See, I'm barefaced, skin is clean, moisturized, lips are prepped, I guess, because I have lip balms on. So we're just gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna first prime my skin, and because I have oily combination skin, I'm gonna use the Black Radiance True Complexion Shine Control Primer. So I'm gonna actually use this primer and put it all over my face, because this will be like our base primer, but I'm concentrating most of it on the center part of my face where I get oiliest the most. Prom makeup tutorial, so we need our makeup to just really stay where we put it all day. So the priming step is very crucial. Do you guys see how much breaking out happened on my forehead? I think it was the hair, because I've never had breakouts like this before on my forehead, and the only difference is that I had that hair. I'm gonna put some of that primer also on my brows. Brows tend to get oily also, that's why I normally prime my brows. And for brows, I'm gonna take this Wet n Wild ColorIcon brow pencil, and it's in the shade Brunettes Do It Better. I've never used this before, so I'm hoping it will do a good job. I'm not loving this brow pen, but we're just gonna make it work. I'm gonna go in with a second primer, and that's for my pore areas, and that's gonna be the NYX Pore Filler. Gonna clean up the brows, and I'm gonna take my LA Girl Pro Conceal in Fawn. Concealer under the brows, it just makes the brows pop out more. Like, look at this one versus this one. Spare you guys from looking at this throughout the video. I'm gonna put on my foundation, okay? Because right now I'm not comfortable in my skin. So because I have some extra pigmentation in my skin, I'm gonna take this LA Girl Pro Conceal color corrector in the shade Orange to, you know, help the process. Like a Oompa Loompa, but it's a process, okay? So next I'm gonna use my foundation, and that is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless, and it's in the shade Coconut. Remember to bring it down under your chin and a little down your neck so that everything flows. Alright, so for the eye look, I am gonna use my BH Cosmetics 28 color palette neutral eyeshadow. First, before I even do that, I'm gonna prime my eyelids. So I'm gonna take some more of that Fawn concealer from LA Girl, and then I'm gonna set it in place with my Maybelline loose powder, shine free loose powder in the shade medium. Taking this all the way up to the brow bone. And before it starts to crease on me, take some of the powder. Apply most of it in the crease area up to the brow bone. Okay. Now we have our eyelids primed and ready to play in our eyeshadow. So the first thing that we're gonna do is apply a transitional shade just to help with blending. I'm gonna take this shade right here. It doesn't really have any color, but I'm just gonna sweep that in here so that it will just help with blending. Next, I'm gonna take this shade from the palette down here in the outer section of my eye socket. Most of it outside here, and then I'm gently sweeping it inwards. I'm following the natural crease in my eye. I'm going to take the first brush that we used to apply our transitional shade just to go over the edge, just to soften it a bit. And there's no extra product on this brush. I'm going to take up this deeper brown shade. It has a little bit of shimmer in it, which isn't ideal, but we're going to make it work. I'm using that same brush, and I'm gonna apply this a little bit lower than where we applied our first color. I'm just gonna pat that again on the outer area of the eyes. Then when you pat that on, we're gonna do the same swirling motion in the outer crease and sweep it halfway in. We're slowly building the intensity. So next I'm gonna take the black shade from the palette, and we're gonna pat this on the outer corner slowly but surely. We don't want to go too heavy-handed too soon. Sweep some of it inwards on the outer section, like 1/3. And now that we've packed on the black, we're just gonna take the brush that we've been using just to blend and soften the edges and kind of blend all the colors that we had out here together. Left on the brush, we sweep it inward. Add some more black. I'm gonna get a clean brush and just blend the edge between the brow and my transitional area. Next, I'm gonna go in again with my LA Girl Pro Conceal in Fawn, and I'm gonna carve out my semi-cut crease. We're gonna set it. I'm gonna take this shade right here. Okay, so next we're gonna take, again, this shade right here, and we're gonna apply this between the black and the shadow that we just put down. Okay, now for the fun part, some glitter. And this is the NYX Liquid Crystal Body Liner, the Dramatic Sparkle in the shade Crystal Gold. I'm gonna take my Maybelline Great Lash Mascara, my favorite drugstore mascara. For lashes, I'm gonna take the ARDELL Wispies, and it's the Demi Wispy styled one. So for the most part, our eyes are done, so we're gonna move back to our face. We're gonna do some highlighting, and I'm taking my LA Girl Pro Conceal in Fawn to do this. We're gonna set all of where we highlighted in place, and I'm gonna take again my Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder in the shade Medium. Yep, so this is how we're looking. It looks weird, but don't worry, I tell you, it's a process. Just trust the process. So next, we're gonna set the rest of the face. I'm gonna take my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder in the shade Mocha. Then what I like to do is go over the areas that I set with that same powder, just to make everything more blended together. But I like to leave under my eyes and my nose area. So we're gonna do some bronzing, and I'm gonna take my favorite bronzer, and that's the CoverGirl Queen Collection bronzer. I'm gonna apply some more of that loose powder and run it right below where I put my bronzer. So now that we have that, we're gonna go back to finishing up the eyes. So I'm gonna take the Essence Gel Eye Pencil Waterproof in the shade Black Blaze. I'm gonna run that in my waterline. It's so smooth. Also gonna tight line with it. I'm gonna take some of the pencil. Well, first let's get rid of the powder under our eyes. smudge some of the pencil under the waterline as well. I'm gonna take some of this color right here and I'm gonna run that under the waterline, connecting it with what we did on top. Okay, next we're gonna take the deeper shade that we also used in our crease, and then we're gonna get closer to the waterline with this. Take the black and we're gonna really smoke out that bottom, that lower line. So we're gonna add some glow to the face, and I'm gonna take my Wet n Wild Megaglo highlighting powder, and it's in the shade Crown of my Canopy. Some of this highlighter on my brow bone. I'm gonna also apply it in my inner tear duct. Sweep away the powder that was under our cheek. We're gonna add some color to the face by applying some blush, and this is a City Colors Matte Me blush, and it's in the shade Dragon Fruit. We can move on to our lips. To line our lips, I'm gonna take the NYX lip liner in Espresso. Honest, with this eye look, you can use any kind of color you want, but I just want to keep the lips nude. I'm gonna take the Wet n Wild Bare It All lipstick. Take my Milani Brilliant Shine Lip Gloss, and it's in the shade Luminous. For the most part, we're done. We just need to set our face. So a little trick that I want to tell you. Now for me, my most important products most times are primers and then setting spray, because I feel like if I have a good base and a good top coat, then whatever I did in between will last. I've never found a real drugstore setting spray that really does a great job. So if you want a good really good setting spray that's at Sephora, my tip to you is buy the travel size. So this is the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray, and this is the oil control one. Now the travel size ones are for $12. The all-nighter one I think is for $10. I know there's some drugstore setting spray that's more than that. I think the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible one costs more than that, but I just don't love the drugstore setting spray. So that's my tip for you. If you want a good product but don't necessarily have the money to buy it, then buy the travel size. Ooh, so nice and refreshing.